Hi, I'm Sandy Schreck for LBR Educates, and one of the rising requests that we see in weddings and events is that soft butter yellow color. And so we embraced that collection as we created these column designs. A really great selling opportunity is social media backdrops and also wedding backdrops when you're planning your weddings and events. So it's a great opportunity for you to gain some sales. Some of the products that we used are the Creme de la Creme roses, and they're that soft butter yellow where you can see how they open up beautifully. And then we have some of the LBR grown gabaras and in a couple colors. And then I have some mini green hydrangeas that pick up a little bit of that yellow tone. On some larger hydrangeas, we actually sprayed them with Just for Flowers lemon yellow to get some yellow hydrangeas made out of some white, larger ones. Adding some alstroemeria adds that visual interest, and the form flowers and spray rose in that yellow tones. And then down deep, we have some of the richer yellow carnations that kind of bring that in. And then we have a couple other form flowers that we added in. Some of the pincushion protea that add that visual interest. And then just to kind of stretch our budget and give a little bit different color tones, we added some of the disc buds in the Lynette and in the salmon color chrysanthemums. So that just added a little bit of contrast of the coloration. We also have some line flowers in with that light yellow stock comes in. But we're going to show you guys how we made these. So on this column, what we utilized was the cemetery cans. And this is a plastic cemetery can. I drilled a hole in it. And then we did a chicken wire pillow. And so you just come in with the chicken wire. You want to make 2 layers on this. So I bent it in and brought it in and then added that into the top of the can. So you can see that that forms a great structure. And so that would be something reusable. And we also used the water tubes. So I've used the PVC pipe, and we have that drilled with holes as well. And so we're going to come in and have the zip tie come through and attach that there. And then I have a longer zip tie that I'm going to come in. This has a nice edge on it, so you're able to add those zip ties in. And then we did a tube of chicken wire that came through that. And so that piece is angled in, and we have 2 of these stands that we sell, and they come in sets of 2. This is a smaller one. You can see we stacked those and zip tied those together so that it becomes a full structure. Now that PVC pipe and the chicken wire is kind of done at an angle, and it's attached, zip tied also to the stand. So this is something that can move. So you can have it be a ceremony thing and then move it into the reception for a social media photo opportunity. That's a great way to get your budget to extend, is to give them 2 uses to be able to use something. And so you're able to kind of go on there. And you can see that we have some of the basic flowers and things that need water are in the cans. And then we have additional pieces come through. The foliage is just in the chicken wire, so we use some sturdy foliage that doesn't wilt, and then come in with some of the additional pieces that are in water tubes. And so you can see some of the hydrangeas are in water tubes, and then they're in to that chicken wire. That's how we're able to kind of have this be a continuous presentation. So that's the one done with the sustainable mechanics. Then we move over to the next one, and this one is actually done in cages. So this is the open bottom fold up cage. So it is a reusable cage, and I use the midnight foam in there. That is the standard biodegradable foam from Smithers Oasis. And I like it that I can directionalize all of my materials. And so I have a great water source for them with the cage. The cages then were attached. There's one at the base and then two more. So one here, and one here. And they're attached kind of at angles as well. So we get that motion that goes through. We do have curly willow in those as well to kind of help be a supportive structure and just add some of that natural feeling in through it. The cages, I do add security tape. So I have the midnight tape that I add just one on the top there. And that way it feels very sturdy coming in. So on here, the benefit that foam gives us is that the one in the cans, I'm gonna have to do on site. So this is one that I'm gonna actually be able to do at the shop, kind of take it, grab it, turn it sideways on the truck, and be able to transport it done. So if you have a smaller time frame for completing an on-site installation, you can do that. You can also get a lot more value out of your flowers and directionalize them as they're coming through. So you can see how you get that great motion coming through. We use some of the foliages we used in here are the variegated pittosporum, the huckleberry, which gives that great motion, a little bit of the variegated mini pit, and then some of the weeping podocarpus that comes through. So you can see how that comes together as well. So you can see how both mechanics work very well to create that backdrop. So I hope you take these ideas and create some great backdrops for your customers.